Hello and welcome to another episode of Kenshi. My name is Tobal and we're back home resting up after our recent expedition into the southwest areas of the map. We've explored some ancient tech labs, some lost libraries, and we've come home with a couple of goodies. Beep was able to grab a lot of AI cores. We've sold some power cores and some CPU units, and we have a good bit of profit right now. So we're currently trying to catch up a bit on technology. So we have a huge queue of technology that's waiting to roll out the gate. That should really help us in terms of crafting and in terms of just productivity, as we're trying to add a couple more stone mines, or basically a brand new stone mine. Side note, this needs to be... No, this is all part of the same thing. I almost thought this was the old stone mine, and it's not. It is part of the new one. So everyone's a bit confused. There's a couple people here. So a few of our laborers need to be a little bit reprogrammed, which is just fine. I'm going to take most of the jobs off the basic group, because once these are done, we'll have to reissue some jobs anyways. The Shecker here, are you just going to walk on through? No, good. Our walls aren't broken. I'm going to hit our favorite key combo. Oh, nothing happened with Control Shift 11, F11, so that means that there's no wall issues currently as far as the game tells. They are going to come take our food here in just a moment. So where are we at in terms of food? We have no food, so hopefully they're not going to get too pissed about that fact. We're having to wait a bit. We just put down a couple new farms. We have a new cactus farm that is producing. We also have a new wheat farm that is still under production or construction, so it's waiting on, I believe, getting more materials. How much more do we need here? Quite a bit, actually. So most of the harvest for this farm is going towards that. All of the harvest for this one, most of the harvest for this farm will go towards it. So we won't have any bread or wheat for a bit. That's okay. We will make it happen. Why don't we change this to cooked meat? Instead of a meat wrap, we don't really have any bread. Let's just do dried meat for a bit. And there's plenty of dried meat, I think. Why don't we have... Will Dietrich clean this up? Okay, he did. Good. We'll at least put a little bit of meat out, so hopefully it's enough to satisfy the Shek when they come looking for tribute. I don't know if you need to have a certain amount to make them happy or not. So we'll just double check on that once they're inside. Meanwhile, we're working on getting our training areas going. We have... Did we ever finish anything up here? We still have our crossbows up here. Let's send the crossbow archer squad up to the top of the Tower of Training and have them start working on continuing to grow their crossbow skill. Zod is hanging out on top. And by the way, I think I meant to do this last episode. I'm going to give both Klob and Zod the order to work on the small research bench if they're not doing anything else. Or maybe I should do that no matter what they're doing. Although, actually, it looks like Klob's doing it right now, so maybe he has no skins or leather to get. Oh, he probably does, so that's not going to be very convenient. Let's put this right after the research bench. And let's see if it helps us out with research. I'm really curious to see what it's going to do, or how much it's going to provide. It does provide 85. Now, I don't know if there's like a point value system or what, but I believe he's basically adding a little bit of assistance to what Zod is researching. He doesn't have to have the same bench. It is not as efficient in terms of, I guess, how many production or research points it's providing, but that's okay. We will have Klob doing at least something. The Shek are coming right on in here. Are they just going to do their raid? Or oh, we're back. We're back. Hello, friend Shek. We are happy to see you. Have you met our spokesperson, Beep? Beep speaks for all of us. Beep speaks for the Lord. Oh, crap. Beep is stuck. Beep is so amazing that Beep is actually stuck between beds. Can we have him do a bed cycle all the way down and then get free? Oh, no. Poor Beep. There he goes. Sometimes if you put the beds a bit too close together, they can get stuck. So that looks like what happened for a moment. Look, we're basically Shek. I mean, you know, granted, we don't have your very fancy scales. Help yourself, take what you owe. Check the stores. 5 dried meat. Yeah, you guys go to town on that one. All right, off goes the meat. At least they don't take our grog. That's something to enjoy. And they retreat. That's it. Okay, so at least 5 dried meat. No big deal. They're happy. We're starving. Everyone's happy. We still have our good. They don't take the rotten meat. I think we gave most of the rotten meat to, who do we give it to? Hightower, Diana, Tiny 2. Let's have Tiny drop these back off. And we'll have Tiny drop the raw meat off closer to... Do we actually have a raw meat bin? Wheat straw, cactus. Let's drop a... I thought we had one. There it is. Let's have a Tiny drop some food off in the raw meat storage bin. Through the power of warping. Wonderful. How many... Now, we have a couple bows that use regular bolts. We have an old world bow and a ranger bow. Because now we can actually make arrows. We can make the regular bolts, correct? Yeah, we can make the regular bolts. We can't make the fancy bolts yet, the heavier bolts. So, oh, I like that. So they basically come and get as much food as you can make. I'll tell you what, how about we pause this order for just a bit until they're completely gone. Unless they're going to just hang out here for a bit. I think they will eventually leave. But if they keep coming back, they might just keep coming back until they hit their quota. So we're going to not make any food for a few moments here. Did our archers have any better bows with them? I do not believe so. That's alright. Alice, could you come downstairs from training and drop the food off? We'll drop the raw food off as well. At least now the animals are fed. Now we have to work on getting the humans fed. By the way, I hope you all are happy. Look at that small wind generator go. We have a decent-sized generator farm going. I don't think we should have too many more problems with power from here on out because we have quite a bit going. We should have more than enough to make up for any, weak wind days. We have enough batteries, I hope, that are going to make up for that as well. So maybe we should visit a crossbow shop and look at trying to upgrade our archers to better bows. They're almost actually at the 70 skill mark. I think they're getting close. They're probably in their 50s or 60s. Yeah, they're about to hit 50. That's not bad. That's really good for them. And we could start looking at getting the better bows. They have really good precision shooting skill, which means hopefully they're not going to shoot each other as often. Oh, Laura, what happened to your leg? You need to take a rest. Let's micromanage a bit of Alice and Laura. Let's have Alice go take a nap, and we'll have Laura take a nap after she drops off her leather. Is anyone else from the main squad injured? Tobal needs some repair work done. And don't we have... Interesting. Oh, I don't think I somehow turned off the medic job for everybody. Interesting. Medic and medic. It's awkward when the medic doesn't actually have his medic job. How do we get... I thought that it should automatically do the robotic stuff. Can you do repairs? Do I shift click? There we go. Robotics. Okay. Since Doc has the repair kit. Oh, they're all on hold and passive. That's why they weren't doing anything. That's my fault. Okay, they should go start resting on their own now. Perfect. Okay, so we're good there. Laura's right outside, so let's have her drop off the leather, and we'll have her go to a bed. We'll kick somebody else out. Of course, I'm in the wrong spot for leather, and that makes perfect sense. Okay, leather's over here. Can I do that crazy warp trade with between people here? Let's do a stack over to, what is it, Kai? Nah, we'll just walk over there. It's fine. We'll just do auto haul. I think she should. Really? Oh, it's skins that we have. Okay, so auto haul your skins. Everyone else is resting up in the main squad. So this episode is probably going to be a recuperation and planning adventure. We are starting to get better technology. So we just got plate creation, I believe. Let's go under crafting. We should now have The plate, no, we already built the plate beating station. We now just had chain armor crafting. So let's drop a chain armor crafting bench down. We also need a chainmail sheet fabrication bench. We'll put that over by the plate beating bench if possible. We'll also drop storage for chainmail, probably right next to the storage for plate. I need to find out where. I'm thinking that is it here? Let's take a look. Okay, so it is here. The plate jacket is what we liked. So the plate jacket is created at the heavy armor smithy. That was the medium armor that we liked. We can make, it looks like standard grade quality for everyone. So it's going to need some armor plates. So how about, well, how do we want to do this? Do we want to have non-stop plate beating or what? So what is Kai up to? Kai's doing leather. So when he's not doing leather, he's working at the plate beating station. Okay, that's fair. We've only got a couple skins that he needs to worry about right now. For the moment, I'm actually going to switch it up a bit. Now, do you need steel or iron? You need raw iron to do that. Okay, so let's grab our main folks here. Oh, our buildings are done, finally. So these are the ore drills. Okay, so I can take the jobs off here. I want you all to come hang out for a moment, and let's see. So the new ore drills only require 2 workers on each. The ore one, or the stone one, requires 1. The iron requires 2. So Run and Golees, Rin, are going to be the extractors, basically. They're using a good chunk of power, but we do have enough power to run all of these machines at the same time. The output should be pretty good, I'm hoping. So let's get everybody back to work, making iron plates. Someone's going to come and grab... Are you still coming to get food? You bastard. Alright, they're retreating fast, though, so I think they should be out of the picture completely here very, very soon. Are the rest of them kind of on their way? Moodles, what are you doing? What are you up to, Moodles? You're being an engineer. Good job. Good job, Moodles. I think you're actually hauling stuff because you're one of our haulers here. Yeah. So you're bringing some... Oh, you are doing your engineering work. We have new items to make. Cool. So you've got your raw iron now, so you're starting to make... you're starting to beat plates. This is a pretty good production rate, actually. Let's go ahead and also assign... Who didn't have a job? Zillican, Terra, Starbuck. You all have your production jobs now. You're back on making building materials and iron plates. Perfect. Are we okay on storage for steel? Steel plates, I should say. Steel bars. Yeah, we have a lot of steel bars. For the moment, I'm going to hold off on steel bars until we need more. So Seacrest is free. Ace and Sharon are the farmers, which it looks like they're doing just fine. These are about to come and be finished here. Perfect. Oh, this is awesome, you guys. We're really making headway now. What about our weapons crafting bench? Did we research... Are we at the better quality blades? I think we are. So what can we make now? We can make Katoon number 3, which is a pretty decent class of blade. Now, what do we want? That's another question. Now, so I think we needed the heavy weapon smith in order to make the choppers and things like that. Did we research that? Not yet. It must still be in the queue and I didn't notice it. Heavy weapons. Let's bump heavy weapons up here. Great. Okay, so we're getting the semi-automatic ore drill, by the way. So that should reduce the people needed to run this by 1. So eventually this is going to be 1 and 1. One person for each of these jobs. And then that'll free up more people. We should be able to upgrade iron refinery at some point. I think we're going to be getting that technology down the road too. Iron plates, so yeah, better iron plates. So more people freed up, which means we can really focus the rest of the group on doing the defense and doing the training that we want. Let's see, Tanishi. Yeah, you guys are working your strength. Wow, you're up to 50 strength. You guys are going to be beast moding it very, very soon. That's awesome. At some point, we'll get the rest of the training devices set up. Right now, we're really short on iron. So we're going to have to wait just a bit in order for the iron and the plates to catch up with demand. Although, wow, we do have actually quite a few plates. Maybe that's not the problem. Where are we at here with these devices? It's mostly iron plates. It is 11 per item here, so that's quite a few plates. And really, I think the other issue is that our engineers are only picking up so many at a time. Why don't we do a quick run into town? Oh, I also forgot that I had these archers on passive, so they're not going to hold if they, or they're not going to heal if they need to. So let's bring the whole group downstairs, or I guess I should say upstairs over here. I probably need to adjust the beds, by the way, because it looks like some people are getting stuck. So I'm going to have to trash the beds at some point down the road. We also, I saw, got the automatic hemp upgrade, which is going to be super important because right now no one's making hemp because no one, or sorry, no one's making fabric because no one has the free time, I think. There's no one that we had set to it. We could actually make, who is the person that was helping out with this? Seakrith is open now. Seakrith is free. So we could have Seakrith doing some of the transport jobs to help out with things. Why don't we put Seakrith on body duty? And we'll also put Seakrith on some of the skin, leather, fabric storage. We'll do this building mostly is what we'll do. And then we'll have him go to beating plates down the road. Yeah, that should work out. I'm going to do a quick save in case we lose anything. Okay. So we're going to have the job set up for Seakrith in this building. He's going to help out with some of the transporting. Eventually he'll go down. He'll probably do like whatever Kai's not doing, we'll have Seakrith do. Because there's a lot of jobs that probably need, you know, just a little bit of grinding. Why don't we... Yeah, we'll have him just tan some stuff up. I know that's really helpful for the armor smith, but I think Kai's doing just fine at 67. So that's good enough. Alright, so we do have a few pieces of plate. We need fabric. That's why Kai's not actually working the... Oh, you know what? How about I actually give Kai the jobs to work at the proper armor smith bench right now? This is the chain one, so we'll also have him doing chain. Okay, so leather armor, heavy armor, chain armor. Kai is set to do all those jobs. If this is not finished up, it's not yet. So, Moodles, I think, is... Do we actually have the electronics right now? We might, because Stork has been doing electronics when he's got free time. Let's also have Seakrith grab and help store some stuff over here. Sounds good. So a couple things we want to keep an eye out for in the next few episodes. We want to buy a couple of better bows. We have 2 bows right now that our archers can use that are higher quality. Well, we have 3, but we don't have the ability to make the heavy bolts yet. We could try to find that recipe, that's fine. They do have a couple of archer shops out in the desert as well. But the specialist bows here, the Ranger and the Old World, would be really, really nice. And honestly, we can have them use that even if we don't have the full, you know, all 4 of them using it. 2 of them using better bows would be better than none. So let's also queue up an order to make a bunch of... I think that's about 30 or so bolts. What do you need for that? Iron plates, that's fine. Now we're basically using as much iron that comes out of the machine as possible. We're about to finish automatic, semi-automatic ore drilling, so this should be coming out pretty quick in terms of the extraction rate. What else is going on at our base? We've got some training that we need to set up. Our farm is looking pretty good. Can we have Beep go do something? What are you up to, Beep? You need some healing. A lot of healing here. I think most of everyone is actually stuck right now because the beds are so crappy. So I'm going to have to work on that. Beep, why don't you let Laura actually get a rest? Because Laura is super, super injured right now. That would be fine. You guys have disappointed. Come on. He's right there. Nice. Very nice. We can upgrade pretty soon. We should be able to upgrade these mounted crossbows to a different level because we did put mounted crossbows 2 up. I don't know if we're going to do the harpoons yet, or if we're going to wait until... Good night. What a shot. Okay, maybe... maybe I'm going to reconsider that. What a beast. Oh my gosh. Do these shoot faster? I wonder. Aiming speed is 1 times. The damage is 76. This one is 60 damage. I'm uncertain. I'm uncertain which option is better right now. If we put... Okay, let's look at... Oh, we don't have any turrets up here. I meant to originally make these turrets as an, oh god, they've broken through the gate, let's fall back to the rafters here, or the ramparts. Do we want to look at maybe putting a tower... That music, though. Did we want to try looking at a tower here, right at the edge of the corner of the gate, or the corner of the wall? I don't know how much the height helps you in terms of damage, but maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to drop a tower here, just for maybe experimentation's sake. This is pretty even, I think. Where the heck's the entrance? Oh, it's actually, like, stuck in the wall. Why don't we do something like this? It's a little bit closer to the gate. That's fine. Where'd he go? How's that look? That looks fine, and it does have a lot of height. Now, there is a spot where people can't really shoot from, and it's the complete opposite side. Oh, that's inconvenient. It is the opposite side, it looks like, of the entrance. So that means that this would be the side where people are coming up the stairs. So we probably want to rotate it so that the entrance is at a different angle, like maybe right here. And that way we have a lot of turrets or platform areas to put our turrets on. I'm curious to see how the height would help out, truly. I don't know if you need to be farther away, or if... I mean, they're shooting at really bizarre angles here, so I don't think that's going to hurt anything. Let's give it a shot. I think we may have to wait a bit for the building materials. Let's see how much we have. No, we're good. We're fine. It's going to add one more thing for our folks to do, so I'm going to pause this for a bit. We will maybe finish that turret or that tower after the next trip. So here's a follow-up question. We sent our whole squad out last time to go do a hunting trip. They really weren't all that needed, because for the most part, if we found anything that we had to fight, it was too strong, or we just ignored it. So, how about next time we go out, we only take the archers and Beep, because Beep is the one who can sneak into everything and steal whatever he needs to steal. The archers are the ones who can carry everything in their backpacks. So... Oh my god, you guys, I remembered. I did it. I finally remembered. Lydia is going to get pants right the hell now, because I've been thinking about this. I've been forgetting about it forever. What are we on? Episode 46, Lydia gets her pants back. Is she stuck on the bed? Oh, for goodness sake. We have to fix these beds, like, really, really soon. How are we going to do this? Wing, can you pick up Lydia? Oh, she's free. And as she's free, you pick her up. Alright, you let Lydia go get her pants. We're going to give Lydia some pants finally. She deserves it. I feel really bad about not giving you pants earlier. I apologize for that. Where are the pants at? Aren't they in here? They are. Wonderful. Lydia now has samurai cloth pants. I don't think they do much. These are really good, high-grade pants here. Holy cow. Good job, Cobra Kai. I love that we're able to, like, do this stuff like from 5 miles away, as we're changing all these outfits from like forever away. So we're fine. We're Wizards of the Coast. It's cool. All right, so we've got a pants situation under control. We wanted to make a couple more cloth pants because we want to have a nice clean uniform. How's this doing? It is producing more. I think we need to have someone. Let's see. What do we to load this, right? Hauling to opera. Okay, so we'll do this job and hauling to hemp auto loom right here. That way, this is always filled up. That's what we kind of want. We always want the auto loom to have stuff to do, and we have a lot of hemp to process, so this is going to be really good for us. So this should help out with our fabric problem right now. We've got a couple things that are being prevented from being created because we didn't have enough fabric. We do have a plate jacket being made, which is awesome. I wanted to see how it looks as a uniform, and if you guys like it, maybe we can make this the main uniform of our combat group. What else do we want to talk about? We wanted to add some more training in. Now, do we want to have enough training to be able to do an entire squad at once, or do we want to split it into groups of 5? So, like, say we do... let's bring up the attack. So the attack training dummy, what if we do something like 5 attack dummies and 5 defense dummies? That way everyone is, we have a squad of 10 working at the same time, but they can rotate. Attack, defense. We'll turn this around, not that it really matters, but just for, my own sake. 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that. I like having a 5 and 5. It does require steel bars, but that's not that expensive, really. So attack and defense is taken care of. We have a strength bench on the other side, but I think I want to have one of these towers dedicated to skills and one of them dedicated to stats. So why don't we do... Let's put the strength training here. I do like the benches, but right now they're mostly in the way of everyone sleeping. So 5 strength training dummies here. And then we'll do 5 dexterity training dummies. Cool. Let's also add, we've got some space here. Let's also add, or do we want to do it on another floor? Yeah, we can do it on another floor. That's fine. Let's also add in the dodge. And we'll do toughness as well. We'll confirm all of that over on the other one. Let's add in, so we've got our crossbows up top, we've got our turrets, we have precision aiming, I think. So why don't we also add in something like, what else is left? I think I want hand-to-hand, right? We want martial arts as well. So let's add 5 in case we want to train like a squad of 5 martial artists. Perception training might be interesting. I don't think I've seen that increased much. So let's add that downstairs here. I believe perception helps with hitting moving targets, if I remember correctly. Stealth and thievery, I mean, Beep is really our master thief, and I don't think I can micro more than one thief at a time. So I'm okay with just having Beep as our hero of that. I will add a couple more things in case Beep wants to get better. So assassination. He's already maxed on stealth. We'll go ahead and also drop a thievery training device and a... Where's the stairs up, by the way? We're almost blocking it. Let's do that downstairs. We'll do a, yeah, the thievery training here as well. And I think there was a one of these for locksmithing. Yeah, okay, we'll do locksmithing here. So this is going to be Beep's training room. Do we want to give Beep his own bed? Sure, we'll give Beep his own bed as well. Other people might sleep in it from time to time. That's okay. But Beep has earned the right to have his own... You know what? We're going to give him his own storage here. General storage chest at the foot of the bed. This is Beep's room in the tower, guys. He's really earned his place among the stars here. What else do we want to add in? I think that's really it for training right now. We've got the stats. Attack, defense, strength. Yeah, that's going to be good for now. So, immediately I know that there's going to be some people who are upset about that. I understand. It is a game where there is a bit of a grind at some point. I don't think it's very entertaining for me to do a ton of... I mean, after a couple fights, it gets boring. If our group is just smashing through group after group after group of dust bandits or of weak bandits. So I think I'd like to train them up for the big stuff. I want to fight... I want to go out and fight the Leviathans. I want to go out and fight, you know, big thing squads, like full-on battles with big things. We want to do those robot spiders, and there's some other high-level enemies that we want to take on, like the Dust Bandit King. That's something that we want to do as well. So, I think it's while we do the next session, which is probably going to be taking our archers and beep out to do a little bit of training and thievery, we can focus on the main squad getting better at their, you know, their general stats. Sorry, shiny thing, distraction. I'm going to move the beds to a different building because right here it's a bit tight. Everyone's getting stuck. So let's actually create a couple of orders. We'll just put beds up here. This is fine. They shouldn't interfere with too much. There's enough space where we can really space it out, make sure that everyone can get up and out of their bed with no problems here. And I am trying to have quite a few beds. I want to make sure people can get some rest and recovery after any kind of a battle. If we have a big invasion force head to our base, I do want to make sure that everyone can heal up very quickly from that. We'll drop a couple beds here and there, and that's fine in case we want to expand our batteries towards the stairs. Okay, so we have a bunch of new beds ready to go. What else do we need to do right now? I think we are, aren't we making the, we are making the bolts. Good. What about that armor? Did you ever finish the armor? You're still working on that plate jacket, Kai. What's in the chain armor bench, I wonder? It's just the rusty chain shirt. Oh, the chain shirts can go underneath, though. So that would be worth looking into. The shirts, I believe, go in this slot here. So that's just extra protection. I also want to grab more samurai cloth pants. I think they're actually pretty nice. Oh, someone is working on those. I think it has to be... Yeah, that's actually Kai. Although, do you have the right order here? Clothing bench. It's after the plate and everything else. So when he's not doing anything else, he'll work on that. Do we want to make another armor smith, possibly, to help out? Do we want to have maybe Seakrith assist with that? Or maybe Dietrich. Maybe Dietrich, he is a Scorched Lander. So he does have the stats for armor smithing. So perhaps if there's nothing to cook, he can work on... Let's have him... I'll tell you what. Let's have him work on the clothing bench, the leather tanning... that stuff. Let's have him do that. We can also have him doing the rough items like plate beating. That wouldn't be too shabby, I think. That way he can grind up some of his armor smithing. It's pretty low. I don't mind having shoddy-ish samurai cloth pants at the moment. They don't add a ton. If we really wanted to get a ton of protection, we would work on, you know, some heavier plate. But for the moment, it's just going to be what it is. That is actually decent quality, though. Maybe I should be quiet about that. Alright. Oh, we forgot to add the job back in here. Dried meat, please, so we could stop starving to death. Probably there are quite a few hungry people. Where's our harvest here? It just hasn't come through. I've not been running the game very quickly, to be fair. Oh, we actually can put down XL farms. I don't think I realized that. We don't have any cactus to spare, though, so maybe after a couple of harvests, we'll get going again on cactus. 42, 42, 42. Yeah, this will take a bit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause the chew stick job so we get a stockpile of cacti. Once all of these farms get their harvest done, I'll upgrade each of these in turn to the extra large. Sounds good. Did we actually use all of that wheat straw already? Wow, we did. We ran through that really, really fast. This is nice. This is about 1,000 cats worth of grog ready to go. I think we might need to hold off on the grog production, though, until we're able to build up the other farms. I forget that this is not a wheat farm. This is actually the hemp farm. I think I get a bit confused about that sometimes. How's our fabric production? I think people are grabbing fabric right out of the machine as soon as it's done because everyone is, like, needing fabric at this moment. Okay, where's that piece of armor? Did you drop it off, or are you wearing it, Kai? I bet you're wearing it. You are. I kind of like that, though. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of dig the plate jacket. It offers, you know, it doesn't reduce a whole lot of your movement. We won't give it to the archers because it does reduce their crossbow effect. And it does, of course, reduce some of your other stuff like your assassination, your dexterity stuff. But for the most part, I think it's a decent quality armor until we start getting into the really, really heavy outfits, like the mercenary plate or stuff like that. So, oh, we wanted flared helmets, right? Didn't we want that? Let's make one flared helmet. I want to see what that's going to look like and what that is going to cost in terms of stats. And then what I'll probably just do is have one full set of armor for everyone, to include hats and chest armor, because no one here is using. Yeah, I mean, they use dexterity a bit, right? But this is not a martial arts squad. This is our main combat squad. We want them to be protected, and we want them to be hitting hard. On the same token, why don't we start looking at replacing their second weapon with a really high-quality katana? Does a katana... Where'd it go? Weaponsmith 2. Does a normal katana fit? I think it is considered to be a smaller blade, so it fits right in that slot. Let's order one katana from the Stork Industries. Also, did we finish the technology for heavy weapons? We did. Let's drop a heavy weapons crafting bench. Wrong one. Okay, did I miss that completely? Do we just have no recipes? No, we should definitely have that. Let's go. Crafting, automatic, smithing is what we're looking for. Yeah, we do have it. Where'd it go? Oh, maybe we can just make heavy things in here now. That would kind of make sense. Yeah, I think the Spike Club is considered a heavy. So we just don't have any recipes, and you basically make them all under the weaponsmith. That makes perfect sense. I don't know why I was so confused about that one. So yeah, the katana should fit in weapon slot number 2. So if we start getting everyone to have really high quality katanas, that can at least, you know, give us a good backup. Then we have to figure out, I guess, well, our main weapon will probably be situational. I did like the Naginata katanas. We could have everyone get a Nodachi, really large two-handed sword, 0.78 cutting, 0.16 blunt, with a Katu number 3 blade. Very high damage against animals. The guardless katana has higher damage against humans, but it does not penetrate. It has a penetration penalty. The Naginata does not suffer from that same penalty. Or do we go the route of, you know, why don't we send, let's send somebody down to the city. Beepers, could you please head down to Squin, because that's the heavy armor dealer. And we can maybe get the recipes for the chopper, the plank. What else is there? The fragment axe. And we can start taking a look at the really, really heavy weapons and see if we wanted to go that route. I don't think our strength is there yet, but that could be the goal. How much of the training stuff is done? Not a whole lot yet. That's fair. We just gave them the order for it all. So they're still going to be working on that for a little bit. We do have... Yeah, we're still working on quite a few of the turrets. So we'll have to just wait a bit. We're still catching up. Our iron production has to catch up with what everyone's needing. And it looks like we're actually starting to store some now. So we're not using every single bit of it at every moment. Poor Zilliken. Why are you so slow? Well, you'll get better with time. That's fine. That's so weird. What is your job? Why don't you drop the ore? There you go. Maybe it'll move a little bit faster. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to increase Zilliken's speed a bit. Or strength. But, cool. We're doing good, guys. I'm really excited about this space. I'm liking how things are going. Our engineers are quite busy. Do we want to get backpacks for the engineers? Will the engineers use a bigger backpack? Who has one in our squad? Doesn't somebody have one? Stork has one to store weapons. Because for some reason, it wasn't letting him drop a weapon unless he had that selected. I don't think anyone else has a backpack right now. Maybe if Beep's down here, we can have him pick something up. Go, sweet ninja, go. Make it quick, Bugman. Do you know who you're talking to, sir? Ugh. We are offended. Let's see if there's any good armor blueprints here. Or did we already go here to get the plate jacket? Do we want to grab mercenary plate? 15,000. Although that will probably be the first thing we dip into for heavy armor. let's grab mercenary plate. We have the money for it. That's all we really want to get here. I'll grab Drifter's boots as well. Okay, let's go down to the weapons store. Oh, I just passed it. It's actually right here. Yeah, I think we actually did get caught here before. A couple folks mentioned in the last episode, a beep was kind of like yelled at by one of the other tradespersons or the merchants in one of the Holy Nation cities. I think that is because Beep in particular stole from that merchant. Although I thought he stole from this guy too, but maybe he didn't get detected. I think it's when you get detected where you get in trouble. Nothing here, really, that we need. There's no backpacks here. Oh, that's right. We wanted to go to this dealer. I don't think we've stolen from this guy, though. Hi there. We're completely innocent and not at all a thief. Wonderful. We'll grab another wooden backpack. We'll grab these maps as well. Can't hurt to get a few of these. Let's grab the stack of books. I think that's about good for now. What are these? Regular bolts, too? We're making those just fine on our own. Cool. Wonderful. Maybe we'll have somebody else come down into town. Forgot the fact that Beep is not loved by all. Now, I wonder if everyone's going to be pissed at us. Or... you know what? We'll just make another trip at nighttime. I think that's the best option here, is to revisit these guys at night and just grab whatever blueprints we need. We did, we bought some fair and square. Now we'll do it the old-fashioned way, as they say. So... we have a lot of books still. We are getting short on ancient science books again. Beep just bought a bunch of maps. Let's learn all those. And we know... okay, we know some of these locations. That's my fault. I should have been paying a little more attention to what we bought. So here's a ruin down in the Valley of Death. An outpost over to the southeast. And then something along the north. I think the next trip we make is going to be up north. That seems... I know there's a lot of goodies around here. I'm hoping, I don't remember exactly, but I think there's another tech lab. And that tech lab was, I mean, that was juicy. We made a lot of money from that tech lab run. So I want to, and obviously we got a lot of goodies out of that as well. A lot of good research stuff. Who is not wearing their pants? Laura, do you not have pants anymore? For goodness sake, put your pants on. Gosh, this is a PG-13 channel. Okay. Everyone is clothed because they had so much trouble with that. Oh, let's get Beep some samurai stuff. Oh, actually, does it hurt his stealth? No. Okay. Yeah, let's have Beep get a couple clothing items. Who's chasing you, my friend? Oh, they stopped chasing you. They were going to become target practice, so probably best for them that they did not. All right, we'll grab a pair of pants for Beep. Yeah, sure, we'll give him some martial artist findings, too. We did mention we want... oh, he has to have a Hiver shirt, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a special shirt just for Hivers. We could try to go down there and trade, but I don't think they enjoy having Beep around. Oh, there we go. That's fairly ninjistic. What does he look like now? Beep, you beautiful bastard. All right, if any of you guys want to get a nice shot of Beep, look at that. That's beautiful, honestly. I think he looks gorgeous. Look at those feet. What are those? All right. Beep, let's get you back doing some martial arts training. Didn't we have... oh, we killed it in the L-shaped building, the old L-shaped building. I guess we have to wait for your room to get designed all the way. Is it... maybe it's finished. Are we lucky enough to have it done? Not quite. Not quite. All right, so we'll have to wait a bit. For the moment, Beep, why don't you work out a bit? Get stronger. Sure. Why not? All right, I'm going to kill these beds. Good, so no one should be stuck anymore. We'll have the archers get together. I think all of the archers are healed up. Okay, so I think it's time for our archer squad to start on the run to their new objective. We also wanted to look into, real quick before I forget, let's get our archers some better weapons. At least, who's got the better skill? Crossbows, 48, 49. You know what? They're all really, really close. So let's just give it to the first two. And we won't make it a competition. We'll just say, look, this is what we have. So you all just, as soon as we get better weapons, we'll trade those with you. Okay, so the ranger for Laura. the specialist bow, the old world bow for Alice. Again, we do have another bow, but we just don't have any ammo for it. We don't have heavy bolts yet. When did we get the specialist leg? How long have we had that? 8 to stealth. Are we just waiting for the day that Beep possibly loses his leg? That's fine. We'll keep that. We'll keep that on hand. You never know when that's going to come in handy. You know, I should have made extra bolts as well for the archers that are the crappy bolts too. So, what I'll do is you're still making a ton of bolts. Why are you not making bolts? Who is this? Stork, what have you been up to? Oh, you're making weapons. To be fair, that's fine. You're making better weapons. Is this one of yours? This is a Katoon number 1 made by Stork. Fragment axe. This is a beast of a weapon, though, guys. Look at that blunt damage, 2.16 damage. That is, that's pretty brutal. Maybe we should upgrade our folks to some better quality weapons. It does neutral damage to everything, so it's all doing the same damage all across the board, whether they're animal or, you know, robot, it looks like. What's that bit about? It impresses stupidly heavy, but it impresses the ladies. Czech ladies, mostly. Okay, do we have any bolts to grab right now? We do. Let's grab a couple bolts. And maybe we can have enough to even things out. Okay, so we all have a couple bolts. We all have a first aid kit. We did gotta equip the weapon, that's fine. And then we are all good to go. Why don't we have Laura drop off her food over here? And I will start sending our archer group, the exploration group, up north. I think we're going to do... You know what? Maybe we'll visit Mongrel. Everyone's still really fast, so we should be able to buzz through Mongrel. And then maybe visit the northern reaches. Does that sound like a plan to you guys? I think it's going to be a fun little trip. We'll keep the main squad at home for a bit. They can work on getting their skills up and also defending the base from any invaders, although we haven't had a raid in a hot minute. Band of Bones. I'm curious to see the next Band of Bones raid, because we have a lot of people who have much improved turret abilities. And speaking of, that would be Says, Wyatt, and Hobbs, right? Yeah, let's put Says and Wyatt on the turret for a bit. As soon as the next one's done, we'll put Hobbs back on there, and then we should have a nice set of really high-skilled turret gunners. And I might even think of researching the next level of the... Where'd it go? Defense, right? I clicked the wrong thing. Turrets, harpoon turrets Mark II might be the best route here. Advanced harpoonery is going to require an ancient science book, but they can only get better from here. We'll replace them as we go. I think we'll keep some Mark II turrets, crossbow turrets, and we'll try doing some advanced harpoon turrets up on top. Remember that the harpoon turrets do cost energy. They do cost power, but for the most part, I think we have enough power to deal with that. Let's put everybody back on matching speed, by the way, so we don't get too strung out. Okay, the Great Adventurers are on their way. The main squad is home, waiting to get their training facilities installed and set up. So they're going to be ready to train for a while. Should we send Diane along too? Do we want to do that? Okay, cool. Our main squad actually has a bit of a fight to play with here. Where's our animals at? Let's get everybody back together. I'm so excited. We're going to have our dogs get Elder very, very soon. They're going to trigger Elder very quickly. What are you all doing, and why aren't we fighting you? There we go. We'll split up and beat everyone up now. Good night. I love it. I think I do want to... Man, I really love the look. I love the look of a Naginata. I really enjoy how a Naginata looks. I don't... The Naginata... Nope, I can't do it. The Naginata katanas look okay. But the Nodachi, I think... I'm sorry. The Nodachi is what I really, really like looking at. I think it looks like a gorgeous, gorgeous weapon. So once Stork is done, we'll take a look at the Katoon number 3 and see the quality level of it, and see if that's something we want to equip on as our backup weapon. And in the meantime, until we're able to unlock some heavier weapons, maybe that's what we go with for our main weapon for a while. Alright, thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of Kenshi. I do hope you're enjoying the series as always. You can stop in our Discord at any time to pass your thoughts along. The link is in the shortcut below. And we do have an upcoming stream every Wednesday and Saturday right now is the schedule. The times are a little bit flexible, but I believe around 1 o'clock for Wednesday and noon on Saturday. I will always try to post a YouTube announcement right before the live stream goes up, so to remind you guys that it's ready to go. So feel free to join me over on Twitch, and we have a lot of fun with that. We do have a Let's Play of both Dwarf Fortress and Stellaris going on the live stream. And you guys can also watch me play Rocket League and be absolutely horrible. Thank you all so much for joining me for this episode. I do hope to see you again next time. Until then, take care.